Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to my art studio. As you can tell, Taco's already making himself very comfortable. But today I'm going to walk you around my art studio and we're just going to go through what I have, what I use, and how I use the space. So I hope you enjoy. I have bought a lot of stuff from Amazon as well as other places. So if there's anything that you like, I'm sure that I'll be able to guide you to the right place. If not, let me know in the comments and I'll respond, hopefully. Sorry if I don't. Starting off, you see this huge center table. This actually used to be my original table where I did all my work. I bought this 5 years ago from IKEA. I recently got new legs because the legs I had were very fancy. I have the fan going because it is hot. But yeah, this was my original table. It had my computer and everything on it. But then I thought, you know what? I need an upgrade. So I got a few other things, but story behind this, I tried to actually sell this at one point, but no one wanted to buy it because there is a bit of a dip. So you know what I thought? Might as well make it my craft table. So here I have a little bit of a bench, and then whenever I want to record something crafty, I have a little bit of a setup as well. Okay, please don't hurt me. On my table or my craft table, I have lights. These ones are specifically to kind of move around and give me a bit of a shadow. I have a port with all of my electrical stuff because sometimes I need to use a glue gun or any sort of tools that require a electrical outlet, and I'm able to kind of do it this way. Sorry, buddy. So these are all from Amazon. I have a bunch of drawer cabinets. Originally, I was using plastic ones, but because of the stuff and product I was storing in them, they started tipping over. And I'd had those for 10 years, so I think it was time for an upgrade. White is kind of the overall theme. I know it can get messy, but it's worth it. So I bought this one first from Amazon. And then this became filled, so I bought another one just to kind of go with it. But each of these drawers has different tools. Don't ask me what's in what. I kind of have a brief idea, but there is no labeling. I feel like if I label this, it's going to get wrecked. But again, super affordable, super easy to put together. But yeah, everything's from Amazon. Up here, I have my craft paper. Craft paper for different type of activities like stickers or even just cardstock. I have a lot of my pattern craft paper over here, which is really helpful. Whenever I want to do some like fun activities or even just do collaging. So all of my papers over here. I have two printers. I have an HP DeskJet. I do want to update to an inkjet, but again, in time, because I think this does its job. In between, I have my sewing machine. I have my Cricut Joy. I have a Cricut Joy, sorry, not my Joy, but a Cricut Joy Extra. I have a Joy as well. I like this. It does its job. I may update to the Cricut Maker or something even bigger at some point, but right now I don't think I use it as often. And then I have my regular HP LaserJet. I do a lot of foil embellishing, and you need a toner for that. This was the best option, most affordable. I got this from Best Buy. No, I got this from Staples. So definitely a very good purchase. Moving along, I'm going to step up here because I have a treadmill. I'm always trying to get my steps in. But here I have my standing desk. I sit down a lot, not only in my studio, but in my full-time job as well. So I'm trying to kind of keep a balance. I don't have like a monitor or like a desktop setup, mostly because I'm always on the move. So I have my laptop and then I have an HDMI connecting to that. And this is kind of that space. I'm trying to keep him involved. This is for Taco. He loves being in this space. We've had a few accidents as well, but we're trying to kind of, you're going to see something very interesting. He likes kind of jumping on different things. So I try to keep things that will keep him engaged without hurting himself. I have a lot of plants here. I am a plant mom. So I have African daisies. I have a bunch of cactuses because they're very easy to um, take care of. So I have a bunch of these that don't require as much watering. We're now going to switch over here and we're going to take a look at this. This is my artist table. So this is where I do all my painting. I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace. Originally, I wanted to buy it off of Amazon, but it was a bit too expensive. So I was able to get this for, I guess, $64 on Facebook Marketplace, which was a steal. The person using it was very careful with it, but now I use it for my personal art stuff. Here is where I keep a lot of my artistic tools that aren't really crafty. I have a lot of my pens, my acrylics, not my acrylics, sorry, my watercolor and my oil here. I have my watercolor paper and my acrylic paper. And any of the other tools I might use. I have a light over here just if I need to play with shadow. But yeah, that's kind of the space I'm working with right now. I have a lot of my paint supplies here, and it's just a lot more accessible. I do feel like I have a pretty decent space. I am hoping to kind of potentially move into a bigger space at some point, but this works for me. I really like this corner because it has all of the greenery, but it's also great with the light. This is great because it really helps when shooting content and I don't have to think about artificial light. I hope you enjoyed learning about my studio space. And again, if you like anything, I'll put all the links in my description so you can also purchase them. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later.